What is going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we'll be one step closer to putting the Savoy back on the ground and finally going for that first test drive. As you can see, we have a ton of parts that came in. So starting on this end, we have new hardware kit for the front calipers 1 and 2, hardware for the rear calipers. We have the rear brake lines, the front brake lines, the new e-brake cables on both sides that are a bit longer, wheel bearings for the back, front pads, rear pads, 280s for the front, 226 for the rear, front calipers, and rear calipers. So I guess I'll start with assembling the front calipers and we'll go from there. I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting a long time to see these brakes on this car. I think the paint match look is gonna look really good. Right. Open up our new hardware here. A couple new bolts, some new boots. There they are. I wanna say it goes, no, this goes this way. That goes like that, that goes like this, and we'll be on our way. That's gonna look so good on the car. So we can go ahead and pull out our old stuff here. Make sure it's the same size, which this time it is. Last set I got were the wrong size, but these ones look to be good. We'll put some grease on this, and then we'll go ahead and pop these off and swap out for our nice new ones here, which I wanna say this side first. So new boot is on there. I'm gonna put a little bit of the grease on here. Just some of the silicone grease. That should be enough. This will slide into there. All right, that was an absolute pain, but there it is. So new slides in, new boots on this side versus this side. I did have these ones in, which they are paint match, which is kind of cool, but I'd rather have this brand new, which looks good. So that's done. We'll do this one and the rest of them and get them all assembled. Yo, look how nice these came together. All the new boots, the new hardware, the color combo looks great together. So the rears here are completely done. Hardware, boots, and brake lines are on. For the front, for some reason they sent me the wrong brake line. One side should be threaded that goes inside of the caliper, but these ones are both obviously thread in for some reason. It should look like this, so we can thread in the back side of the caliper. So I have to see if I have a spare set on the side of the garage. I might, we'll have to see. Either way though, these things came together so nice. Also looking around now, I'm not quite sure what I did with the bolts that actually mount the caliper to the knuckle, so we might be making a junkyard run real fast. So unfortunately, I couldn't find a set of spare brake lines for the front, so heading to the yard now. Hopefully we'll get lucky. I need a set of brake lines for the front and also the caliper bolts left and right. All right, this one here should be the one. It has the, kind of hard to see, but 256 vented in the front, so same mounting bolts for the caliper and also the same brake line. Easy money, boys, easy money. All right, so our brake line issue has been solved. I gotta say, having a junkyard 5 minutes from my house that usually always has Mark IIIs is so handy. A little comparison here between what they sent me compared to what I actually needed. Now this sign here being correct on this side, or one of the sides would have worked. We probably could have done an adapter and made it the same as this one, but don't have time for that. This is just much easier. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So front caliper is officially ready to go on the car. We can go ahead and grab these now, get our pads tossed in. Toss these in real quick and then we're all set. Bam. Look at that. Ready to go. All right, before the caliper goes on, we'll go through, spray this down real quick. Just wipe any excess dirt that might be on there off. And on the back side too. All right, now she's caliper ready. Look how good it looks though. Dang, it's all coming together, boys. Cannot wait to see how these look on here. This is a long time coming. It's gonna be so cool. It feels good making consistent progress on this car. All right, there's our top one. And there's the bottom one. Look at that. We'll wrap this up in a minute. There. Look at that. Yes, sir. Paint match calipers were definitely the move. Look how awesome that looks. Very happy with that turnout. Driver's side is completely done. Caliper bolts are fully bolted down. Our brake line is in and attached up here. This side is good to go. Look how good that setup looks. I was on the fence about paint matching these calipers, but I'm glad I did. I almost did like a silver color, but the LB6T matching is the move. All right, so now we can go ahead and get the passenger side knocked out, and we can go ahead and move to the back. Yo, we officially have front brakes on the Savoy. How sick is that? Making progress on this car feels so good. So now, fronts are done, we move on to the rears. This is our new stub axle for the rear, going from drum brake to now disc. We have the bearings here, the rear discs themselves, and the calipers. I don't know if I actually have, oh, it comes with it. Perfect. I didn't know if I had any bearing grease, but it comes with bearing grease, so we're all set. So that's one side, and then this will be for the other side. We'll get the bearings put in these things, get our axles on, and whoo-hoo, boys, we're gonna have brakes on the Savoy finally. So this here is our new rear stub axle. It mounts the same way the drum mounts. There's two wider holes and two more narrow holes. You want to have these large ones for the caliper to be on the back side. You could mount it the other way on the other side, but it puts the caliper in the front, and you want the caliper to be on the back side. So all you gotta do, you can use the same hardware from the drum brakes. They all mount the same. And then also back here, if you wanted to add shims to your Mark III, this is where you would put them between the beam and either your rear drum or your rear stub axle. I think on Miley, I still have one shim for like just a little bit of camber. So this will go just like this. Line them up. And you can see how it puts the caliper brackets on the back side. So we'll get these bolted up, and then I have to go through and get the bearings out and get all that stuff put together. But it's really an easy conversion. I'm missing the hole in there. There we go. The conversion is not hard, as long as you can find the parts. I think you can still buy these pieces new, more than likely. And then as for the drum brake brake line, I'm just gonna bend this out a little bit and use the flexi line off the caliper, and it'll work no problem. All right, so now that our rear stub axle is on, we can come over here and get our wheel bearing assembled and our rear disc and get it all put together. We have these two, one for the back, one for the front. And then we have a new cap, a new seal, and all that good stuff. So this is our entire assembly here. We have our new bearing grease, we have the rear seal, we have the rear bearing and the rear race you press in. We have the front bearing and the front race on the front side that also gets pressed in. We have the little flat washer that goes on top of this one, the nut, the crown cap, the new cotter pin, and then you top it all off. So I actually have a spare one right here just to make sure I had all the order correct, which is the same as what this one is, but I just want to verify. So this is the order it goes. This is the back side. This is all the front side. And then this washer and this nut you can reuse from your drum brake setup. And then hopefully somewhere over here, I want to say it's down here, or it's up here. There it is. I bought this at AutoZone in St. Cloud back in, I don't know, 2015, whenever I did the rear brake conversion on Miley, and this is coming so handy. All right, so hopefully I can remember all the steps to do this properly. We're gonna start on the back side, and I want to say the race goes in first, and you use this tool to hammer it down in place. So I bought this back in years ago. All right, so remember how this works. I want to say you find the one that fits in, probably this dirty one that I already used. This one? It's probably for the front. This one's probably for the rear. Nope, not that one. This one. The next dirty one. All right, so you see how that fits? So this is the erase, and this fits directly inside it. So what you do, if I remember correctly, you put this through there, and you put this onto here. And you tighten this down, and then you hit this side, and it seats the race evenly into the back side here. So this will get put in like that. And then you do this, and you hammer on down. I think this is right. Hold on, 2 seconds here. Before I go hitting on stuff. And make sure. Rear seal, and then rear race and brake. Okay, yeah, this is right. I just want to make sure I didn't go destroying something. I'm hoping this doesn't shake the camera. Should be fine, though. So that'll go like this. Like so. Bam. Look at that. So now, oh, I'm grabbing everything. Our race is set nice inside there like so. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab our grease. I'm dropping everything. Our grease here. And you wanna get every one of these full of grease, and then we'll set that in like that. And then we'll put the seal over it like so, and then that'll be the rear. Open this up. This is why I grab gloves, because it does get a bit messy. So just put some in your hand like this. And you want to get every little bit of this covered in grease. Kind of just roll it in your hand and trying to pack every little bit. Oh, I'm making a giant mess. It's fine though. We want our car to roll nice and smooth and not have our bearings get destroyed. So try and fill every little gap, all the little rollers in there. Alright, so that should be good. We'll set that inside like so. Alright, so now this, our little seal here, we'll go over this. I think you just tap it in. Seems right. Alright, so voila. There's the back side. So now, same thing on the front side. We're going to find the size that fits this race, which should be this one. Not that one. That's the one I dropped, of course. Is it this one? That's the one. The ones that are dirty that I used last time for my car. So that one fits in that one like so. I lost my tool. There it is. This tool is so handy. I think I bought it from AutoZone. Or no, actually it was Discount Auto Parts or Discount Advanced Auto Parts. There's a whole bunch in Florida. I think it was Discount Advanced Auto Parts or Discount Auto Parts. But it's only like, I don't know, 15 bucks. And it's super, super handy. I know you can try and use like a socket to try and hit it down, but these ones just fit perfectly and no issue. So, same thing. Our race will go in. Turn it down. All the way at the bottom. Voila. Our race is in place like so. Now, same thing. We'll grab our grease, wherever that packet went. There it is. Grease up this bearing here. I haven't done this in years, but honestly, super easy process. Super, super easy process. Set this in there, and then once you put it on the car, like I said, this washer has a little key that only fits on one way, but I'll set it right there for now. And then obviously the nut, the cap, the cotter pin, easy. So one done. I have one more to do, and then on the car. So back over here, we are now ready to install our new rear disc brake. Very, very simple to do. I'm actually gonna add a bit more grease to here. Okay, so we wanna make sure our car is gonna roll nice and smooth. Not a ton, but just a little bit to go across here. That should be good. There's plenty of grease inside the bearings. All right, so now we're going to feed this on like so. That's all the way. Put it around a little bit. Alright, so that's as far back as she goes. So now we'll go ahead and put our washer in. That's keyed. Right under there. Then we have the nut, same one you can reuse from your drum brake. Now this does not need to be crazy tight, just snug. I don't remember the exact spec, but I know if you put it too tight, you can destroy your bearings very quickly. So you want it to still move. That should be good. Just snug, you know, snug. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that should be fine. Next we have our little crown cap thing. That'll sit right on top of this. And then we'll take our cotter pin, slide her through. I'm gonna bend it up and around now. So it's funny, I couldn't figure out what that metal sound was. I'm like, nothing inside should be grinding. And then I realized it's the old brake line that's touching the rotor. So once that's out of the way, that's what it should sound like. There we go. All right, boys, we have one final piece of the puzzle. Check it out, check it out. Fronts are done, and look at the rear. This conversion with the paint match caliper, how sick. Now, this one's not fully on yet. There's no pads in here. It's not bolted all the way down. I forgot, well, I didn't forget. I thought I could do it without the actual tool. On the rear caliper on Volkswagens and probably some Audis, you have to actually spin the piston back in to compress it. I was trying like a needle nose to spin it down, but I couldn't push hard enough. I thought I had enough room, but there's not enough room for the pads and the disc to fit. So for now, just a mock-up. Tomorrow, I'll take the calipers with me to the hobby shop, use the tool, compress it all the way, and then we can actually hard mount it to the car. But how sick does that look? The car's got braked, boys. That's so awesome. So I was gonna go through and get this side done tonight as well, but it's almost 10 o'clock. The Freedom 500 is about to start. There's such an awesome lineup. Yo, my money, Travis Pastrana. I'm calling it right now. That man is just too good at just about everything. I see him at least top 5. Travis Pastrana top 5 for sure. But we'll come back, finish this tomorrow. But for now, Freedom 500. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.